Kodo an ne patin wiase yesa. NDC for nyambe twom mo ye galamsey nyambe twom ka wo.
Wa party na obom dia.
Kodo nyambe twom ka wo because we ade a wo sa tene obi so se enye no. Ye ntwa ho ma ye o universe kwa fa ho nchew. What can we be a judge as you enye? Anka ye pensu de ka de be chin is we ye galamsey ye yinama we ye galamsey ye yinama. Ene ase nhuni. Ano de kan galamsey ho asem 2023-24 airban. Sa ho de na we. Ko de we. And se me party for mo ntia se mo ntie ni aban bie ni wa ba hwe 2016 adwuma ba ni anye. And maybe I'm so Ghana for any no. You might question a few.
Yeah.
And before buy dear no man farmer. And it may be almost can ya, do almost certain years. Almost buy almost some bay and you paid for the heading. I'm on and the name before. Oh, baby, I could do. And you are really the same thing about you see, it's not a name of fra or baby you, washable, yes. Why? But you can't say any no ba won't share my name cosmo. I would think one air cost a pay.
President John Mahama. Se unya akwenya tunufu based on the ecoso system ni mu adwuma sem ekwan enyoma bitimi aboa ma bia because MB before nso ani abre se dey 2028 ombeba and the minim some mo pe flag bearer foforo and I will support to term
no
term John Mahama term so no na ko Supreme Court say one yambum no ye ni separately ni ntonsa nkwa de no be
our advice is ma onko
sir
oh yes
say Supreme Court ba no say an kambum na ye separate ni ntie fa ni say ba ko a
me say our advice is ma onko obetuma trench na our advice
James your hope
kodo uni bibi hwe nipa na ya na ye ntie ho ase Bribia ne ade a wo se wo ye ne duru bribi wo ade bi aka wo twen yensan ko famfa mat ne tu fese Nelson Mandela okodde mu 20 something years wo buy or serve one term or say a friend table in back him now who is na nyansan ntim there was a good reason tama ho den no e na aboa enchirima e prepare wo mo a den yeyi nya tama wa ye den wa ye mre.
But some party move on Kofobia or my emre and so still I won't flank bearer
into a buy no and buy so here or pick young ones and go just to give party no hope and future
right
and another who dino what can boom comunifa a do moko ye more exposure this time no yes I didn't bear day a baby was 4 years you now okotan chanya still a party no where you penny womb sa and then I would jaho e dia boa party no there be an party no ye be call music no be can be a bear then e be adwuma
abenti ya friend who Dr. Computer I chance where television do also for 8 years I was even promoted and so NDC for ba be mara as I was in kan in the wasake oye Ghana for our for home and then one way MPP for 1 year 2024 recruits 1 year 2024 1 year December so-called December recruitment 1 year 2023 2022 what for when you because they were MPPs including my own junior brother Teti Mensa simply because of MPP my yeke say we in the otife na ura ba me ase mama pem wa kwa huye ma otidam won kan wa akoma mfontu wo yem na acha bia wo na afi we ya benze ya odi wo fana pressman on wo konsu kaye conference there ekufu ado wa dan oye yensu nyina wa dan coffee wa dan tea mande when juma wo ye yan galamsey led madani we 8.4 the Ghana water for nye no fonke se nso a wa send poto na just 3-4 days ago madalareke the lecture it would have been appropriate osande yeah Obama is all kinds of quote unquote and the other person abonizin ya won no what about to go there Juma o no yon kwafo kwa wo you know. Kwafo na ngasa commentary or running or direct before you we dey wa ka.
Yeah, before
the most say was say oya NDC John Mahama na ban. Na galamsey na mugudu amuri ya wo won tem. Yeah, Obama. And no the botugwa. Ekwa TikTok, ekwa Facebook. Ogubebia. They were saying it right in front of you. And you know what did the message quote unquote because I don't want now to say that it is not admissible on air. Instead that to quote unquote. Instead the appropriate response would have been there. But Mamukra ya was been walk or I'm saying oh we can see somebody you cover it in video. Mamukra ya Mukra
there is video. Haven't you seen that video?
Video or children no
I've not seen the video where we demolish the structures and nyama yes said in our one.
Mo chada binum ya galamsey mamuka chire ho.
Ehun video no ma.
I haven't seen those.
Mo ye no mo hia na ehun.
I haven't seen those.
Video ni me pa me fe me mo sisiara.
Oh botuma transfer mo hwe.
Mo pese ya galamsey.
Yeah. But more importantly, 3-4 days ago, mpoho fiase. Ana one friend mpoho fiase. Ma why galamsey na ma in front of a police station.
I start a discussion now.
What's me can hear come answer me. In front of police station. Nana galamsey all koda. Galamsey furniture there. Soja fu okokaji won sika. Na soja fu asese ya yim so na 9 months one warfare. Okokaji won sika. Police fu okokaji won sika. Ahemfo okokaji won sika. Party mpemfu galamsey fu na wen mo mpoho fiase why ya ma electric poles VIA fu won electric poles electricity fu won electric poles we tuta mani nyina 3-4 days enti emma mose emo hwama galamsey mweto asa wa bomosombo de bangasa na mugudu amroyen 3-4 days ago news joy news at me fresh one in front of a police post. A police for what can you sika? I told you for 9 months. What can you sika? What friend I am for? What can you sika? But I'm only nana multiple job in now coming back to as some of the good. Oh yeah, what friend we are at forcing. Actually, if you read the media review now, denigrated the previous administration, and it's been consistent. No problem about that. He one day become a former minister. Nana, let's more Ministry of Food and Agriculture. We issue statement to be, but a month or so ago. Na mbiri won nti meka kiti bi as if the Ministry of Finance and it is headed Mofa fires back at Finance Ministry over 1.6 billion budget claim, a small portion. If the Ministry of Finance officially capped our spending through its allotment system, where exactly is this figure coming from? That is the 1.6 billion. Public finances are governed. This is the Ministry of Food and Agriculture speaking. Public finances are governed by official allotments, cash releases, and actual budget availability, not by public relations, narratives, or propaganda. Say, that's the Ministry of Agriculture, superintended by another minister, not by public relations, narratives, or propaganda. The ministry said in a press release signed by Samuel Hunter, media liaison officer. The ministry concluded, the facts speak for themselves. The Ghanaian people deserve honesty. Honesty. They want a minister who is honest with the Ghanaian people. That's what the Minister of Agriculture said. Na. Show. Thursday media review. Was it Thursday? I think 23rd or so. Was it? I'm not too sure. These are some of the things that he captured.
Come now, just a second, Pacho. Just a second. Just a second. Don't lose the trend of your thoughts.
Okay.
No more delegate system in the presidential and parliamentary primaries of political parties. Supreme Court declares by a 5-2 majority decision that the delegate system is unconstitutional. So the delegate system has been scrapped. That is what we are hearing from the Supreme Court. But other details about
delegate system there. They talk about a party. Delegates, you know. They free war.
For my year,
and
they will provide the resources. They will provide the resources.
Can they do that?
They will provide the resources.
That is 5-2 majority decision.
They will provide the resources.
That everybody who is a registered member of the party should go and vote.
Yeah, man.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, man.
Nana.
I don't speak patois.
How would you be able to you can't identify all the party people.
That means you are incompetent.
Which is incompetent?
You are not doing political party work. Because every constituency you register. So you must have data. Another reason, just a better reason.
The reason,
would they provide the resources? Or would you use?
And you think
that's what you're saying, so you talk about the ignorance. What is you say you are talking about?
Uncle, you have the platform for the next 10 minutes.
A party, you know, or what is
on your member.
Pancho, Pancho.
Paragraph 54. Hey, there are Mam Gaza.
Oh,
your interruption is your word also.
Hey, come now.
Okay. Paragraph 54. But before paragraph 54, let me take it from 53. Mr. Speaker, this sent an unmistakable signal to Ghanaians, investors, and our development partners that fiscal discipline is the new order. Go to 54. To reinforce expenditure control, government amended the Public Procurement Act to require commitment authorization before procurement commitments are made. This reform firmly linked procurement to approved budgets and restore discipline to public expenditure management across government. And see, this is the minister who has been described by the Minister of Food and Agriculture as not being honest with the Ghanaian people. And once you have Parliament, take it on there. Why amend procurement law to ensure that before releases are made, there's a commitment authorization. Procurement law. Nana opposition. Somebody who made it a sing song. Adan by Ukrampu Wabaya restrictive tendering. Adam deputy chief of staff. Also innovate one headquarters. My deputy chief of staff. If one gets one code of conduct, no certain must happen. But Wabaya procurement other deputy chief of staff. And it was the same song whilst in opposition. Now, my minister, you can on cheddar. Why amendment to the procurement law? The man on your Obama or man Missika unwashed. But what has come up? Nana, only there. Minister, this procurement law also why amendment in order to protect the public purse. Why so source procurements, 3 major projects running into over $350 million in his constituency. Mangasim Ejumakun Swedro Road to the tune of $250 million. Nana, share of Anko Kumasi Rodi and Prima Wolu Wado. The amount required to be able to finish the ongoing projects, my mother than Shasa Waya Bebuekodu, the amount required is less than $300 million. Nanama minister, all catcher Mpimpima. What the fee in Kaya the Kodu Kumasi Ashanti region. Oya Bunu East Ahafo. Oya Northern region, Northeast. The Kosru one. Or there, he is now introducing what they are calling expressway. In some Pimpima Wafado, Nana, last week or so, accident on the spot was in Kofo, I hit 12 for Sada, we, and then Pimpima were prepared. On the chin, down here, so bad a week ago. No, so man, no, so west, no, so amount for action one class. Minister, I a sole source road contractor. Or yet $250 million. Yet he stands in Parliament to tell Parliament today the procurement law has been amended in order to protect the public purse. Now, say you're not in chair. Minister Asanso or your sole source contractor or your specialist hospital, which was intended for Cape Coast because of the ECOWAS nature of this road. And see, I brand the Cape Coast, Yenya or Yantabetinan. And then we were using a Fiam Quanta. And see, Western region was Fiam Quanta was 7 them and was 7 Central region as well. And then Tibetan Babadi. It's not Idia Kujuma Obu. Namum Dodo Gina, Otumu, Ojina, and Humano. And the specialist hospital Babacam, Emma, and we use this corridor, this major corridor, traversing across several West African countries. Minister, Webija, or the call, Oya, the constituency, Oya, Ejumaku, and Yadisiam, to the tune of 850 million Ghana cedis, which is about a little over $80 million. Then next month, I told them out to him, Emma, sure, government ministers, or Manibua Makahu, Emma, then go and act as a acting defense minister. Wasa Wakakaji, another project, as a military barracks, no so to the tune of 200 million Ghana cedis, a little over $20 million. Ekekaniya senyima 250 over $80 million, another over $20 million, over $350 million. Aniya so source. Na sayi NDC funis in command. Mwangasan pon wafro kacho there. He is building a war chest for his presidential ambition, and therefore all these so source projects, it is for him to build the war chest in order there. Open the resources to be able to pursue his presidential ambition. Now, Sanana, if you are a minister, where in spite of this sole source, was also at the central, what do we call it? Nana, if you can assist me.
Central Tender Board.
Tender Board. Review, the review committee or review board. Kwame, Nana, what this minister has done, only there, no constituency chairman, because you see, to get your people around you, in order that the things you want to do, your self-interest, pursuing your own self-agenda, to get the people in positions are able to make use more to be able to achieve your objective. And the Central Tender Review Committee and that board, no constituency chairman, no the chairman on that board. All the procurements which are done at various levels, if it requires or if it is at a particular threshold, it has to go to the Central Tender Review Committee. The constituency chairman is the one who is in charge. It's only to chair Public Procurement Authority. Public Procurement Authority. If you want a sole source or single source or a competitive tendering, public procurement, that's where you go and take the authority. Or the new constituent, NDC member, why in deputy CEO. Now, the only thing here, all your ministry, when I guess so, why appoint in Evans Forson as executive assistant. You see a minister who in his duty as a deputy finance minister, his duty as deputy, yes, I'm telling you, the message is as equally good as the messenger. Or you don't know the message, because he told the entire country that he has amended the procurement law in order to protect you. Were sitting here. Your submission was that resources are Charles. I'm sure you are forgetting your own submission.
I have not forgotten.
The resources that God has endowed this country, that if we're able to manage those resources, we will not be running to IMF. That's and true. That you doubt. You doubt that the pronouncement that we're not going to go to the IMF, whether that is sustainable. Is that not what you said? That's right. But this is the man who is managing the resources and who says that he has amended the procurement law in order to protect the resources which you are calling for its protection. And you say we should throw this away and look elsewhere. But you said that we are talking about budget. That's what you said. Is that
anyway,
you listen to me, but
yes, but the point also is this: Sir Obi, a certain pronouncement, a certain submission, and then just in a few minutes he wants to turn around that. Then we need to take that person submission with a pinch of salt.
Oh no.
Yes, because now you were talking about protecting public resources.
I didn't run from what I said. But I only said, is this in a budget? Constituency executives, NDC members, minister, among appointment, and our appointment. That was what I was saying. Is it in the budget? I was even speaking to myself. I didn't even know you heard me.
Oh, but Charles.
So it was not to do with yours.
Charles.
Yes.
I'm sure you didn't listen to what happened in Parliament yesterday.
No, I didn't.
You didn't, huh? Yeah. So I can forgive you on that.
I didn't. If I did,
I can forgive you on that.
I didn't listen to it.
It's a minister. Okay, Parliament. Okay, the media review or the query. As we say, no quick catch Parliament today. I did that in order to protect the public person. He was doing it. Yeah. Meanwhile, underneath, he had done 3 major projects. Over $350 million. You know the last tranche of the IMF standard facility. You know it's even less than 350. You know that it's about 333 or so. You know that. Yeah. Yes, that is what made us go to. Oh, Nana, you are saying that we cannot do this conversation.
No, I'm saying that your time is up.
Oh, but. Nana, we haven't made any good progress. It's almost just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let me land.
You chose where to spend your time.
Let me land on this. Let me land on this. This is the minister. But putting what I've said aside, Nana, sir, if a budget now, quick one.
In 2 minutes now, wrap up on budget.
If a budget now,
I've never seen the minister attacking his own former minister.
The space, which they say by their management, by the DDEP, the Domestic Debt Exchange Program, including the one we did with the external creditors, that alone gave this country $5 billion. That alone, and gave $4.7 billion in savings, which would have been part of the outflows from our kitty. It's the step that the last administration took, and that alone has saved this country 4.7, and that alone has reduced our debt by $5 billion. I'm landing on this. What the woman? So I also not come for the constitution. I didn't have the Bama. I was in my way flowing. It's I'm landing on that. What the room? Would you about 430? Nana, the last point on this is this: that they are talking about a reduction in the debt to GDP. But when you have a certain artificially managed exchange rate, what it does is that, yes, nominally, or reduce or CD portion, because once if it is dollar rated and then the CD to the dollar, if it gets better, what it happens is that then in terms of the CD quantum, it comes down. But the potential for that only my chance beside there is that sustainable, because once that also gets out of hand, and let me check some points. I don't know whether you get the point I'm making. I'm saying that the city dollar exchange rating, so if that exchange rate gets better, automatically it results in debt reduction. But so if you say Musa, but all in all, I think that what was presented last Thursday? Last Thursday. Yes. Nana, I do not see anything which comes as anything good for this country, because prices keep on rising. Every day you go to the market, things keep changing in terms of their prices. Electricity prices have gone up 30%. Water has gone up close to 20%. If you go to the pumps, the fuel price, as we are speaking, diesel is 17 something for a liter. Petrol is 14 point something a liter. They all have gone higher than they inherited in 2025. So I don't see anything good which came out of the budget which was reviewed on Thursday, 23rd July.
Mate, may I say so? On the 15th of August 2026, the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, for us Catholics, is a very, very significant day on our calendar. And sad dana na MPP for so beto aba. And the 29th of July. Just about 17 days away. Court say delegate system no say ano yetwam. Enti MPP for original election number yen he say mo the delegates ne na be ya na say omo be ya ne den.
And show interest.
Ose
both parties didn't show interest.
Regardless,
but they should have. Again, that's some funny gender is no more.
So they did it. Now the Supreme Court has ruled on the matter.
So it is binding on them. They might have to go back to court. Yeah, no more active. If they're proactive,
it affects the MPP. It affects.
Okay, so let's do it this way, Charles. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 minutes.
OSP,
2 minutes. You have 2 minutes.
There's a question I want to find out. Say, Attorney General retains the prosecutorial right to enter nolli prosequa. Case no. Why must you be the one to enter nolli prosequa? Because OSP case on the convinced on not building a docket and our case or no nanka me say or do stage be not on your convince or bit my enter nolli prosequa. But here the Supreme Court is saying the AG retains that right to enter nolli prosequa in the case of OSP.
Yeah. I have one. Check the authority to prosecute.
Yeah.
The Constitution has conferred it on the
AG.
Yeah.
2 minutes now, channel.
I mean, the problem. No. That's not this. I don't have problem.
Has conferred it on the AG. Yeah. And see, any ancillary process must necessarily flow from that authority.
Yeah.
Which authority is that? It is only one and one office, which is conferred with that authority. And see, even though as he read section 4.2,
yeah.
I'm sure section 4.2 of the OSP's Act, and I'm sure that was a contention, whether that was in conflict with the constitutional provisions. And there the court is saying that
it is not.
That is valid. So the OSP could go ahead and do his prosecutions. But overall, the authority resides with the Attorney General. So even if the OSP embarks on a prosecution where the Attorney General's estimation is one that must not be continued with, the court is saying that that power still rests with the Attorney General. Indeed, the Attorney General must not have any reasons because that overall authority rests with him. At any point in time, the Attorney General,
what that means is that Cardinal Madamfo, teacher, dear Cardinal case, I can use my authority as Attorney General to enter nolli prosequa.
Because
not because I have
that power rests with him.
Not because as someone who did papa. But because of friendship, relationship, the mischief as to why they were in court was not cured by this decision of the court.
Which mischief?
So they wanted to show, say, okay, Attorney General or prosecutorial powers. It has not rest with any other agency, such as OSP. And the court knows to declare OSP establishments are null and void.
Exactly.
Court and see that be. Menye bambo Attorney General what that's what Kenya say where your case now fee say enya obetimi akokaso case with the munyai. But that I feel it is unfair.
Unfair to the OSP.
And still back to square one.
Square one.
Because you see, per the ruling of the Supreme Court, Attorney General doesn't even have to show interest.
Yeah.
Me na me OSP prosecute Kwame Duncan.
Yeah.
Attorney General can just go to court and say
no prosecutor.
But
that's bad.
But don't forget that there's a political cost. So the court is saying that OSP could continue per its establishment.
Yes.
As I mentioned. But the constitution is supreme.
But you continue so long as the Attorney General doesn't have any objection to what you are doing.
Yes, but that is the political cost.
Continue.
So Attorney General says, several non-prosecutors. It's a matter in the mind of the public.
So this one is as it pleases the Attorney
General. Exactly.
So the
political cost is there.
Okay, so we continue to get education here.
Because the interment of this whole suit was that the office of the OSP
should be scrapped. Yes.
Now the court says that
you can't collapse it.
It can't collapse it.
But it can go to court and say what you are doing.
I
don't like it.
Then you have the political cost to bear.
Anyway, one more education here. The decision of the court does not affect party internal elections. It only affects parliamentary primaries and presidential.
Ruling is
we can get the full details.
Yes, we'll get the full
details. A quick one because Charles has exhausted his time. I mean,
together we exhausted my time.
No. You said that you don't mind.
Yes, I said so.
But that was your time.
Yes.
You see, in some account on here shouting match. It's not shouting match. You understand that? And it's also important that you read further. If you don't know, let me tell you the taxes which have been introduced. Mining levy, a 2% growth and sustainable levy applied to the gross production of mining companies. Special import levy, a 2% levy on the cost, insurance and freight value of certain goods, including extensions through 2026 up to 2028. Insurance VAT, 15% value added tax on non-life insurance premiums. Energy sector levy, an energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy, 1.95 per petrol and 1.93 per diesel. Fishing levy. The list, but my brother, maybe he is not aware of them. And see, all he was interested in, and a certain loud shout, the levy has been scrapped and is getting his revenues. Look, he is the superintendent minister over GRA. Nana, have you seen the rot which is going on in GRA?
Which one?
Go to Monday newspapers. Virtually all the newspapers. What's 700 containers here? We book ho. And
Honorable, I
don't know whether because when you were speaking, I gave you all the space in the world. That was out of respect. Maybe you wanted to be reciprocated. Yes. Then let's ensure that the rules of the game are lived with.
Thank you. Honorable, first of all.
Enti, Nana, say you come under this minister and this ministry. More Koda. Just as we saw as deputy minister on the blind side of his substantive minister involved in procurement which cost this nation over 2.5 million euros. The Attorney General go and then continue with the procurement breaches, and he is still doing them. The time will come, and I'm sure when that time comes, we'll sit around this table and consider it.
You see, you fear IMF. But the question and can maybe person me is can we, in actual sense, say maintain and maintain the physical discipline without IMF oversight and as a mind, as a country, history, any record that says you call IMF 17 times. You call IMF 17 times a day. Me ni say fear IMF and I hesitate almost say I hesitate we can keep to it. Business as usual. Your best could be because reasons are you design for the past 17 times a year corner. The same reasons will come. Anytime I have exit TBR, we will return to say back to business as usual. So the idea you bet to me I maintain your exit where a greater economic independence. As at least I buy gaining some more flexibility be when it comes to setting up policies, fiscal policies in IMF and try by be and detect and determine what to do and what not to do. Mama mfa mabune juma mamunye say. But like I said, the question is, can we as a nation operate without IMF oversight now? That is the question. It says, see, here no one we, because history might say 17 times a day we have demonstrated say we are not capable of managing our own affairs without external supervision. So IMF for her or most supervisor, you to me money fair. Get all the applause. Accolades in the back. Yes, the tipe. Now election, but near election we are back to business. Yes, Babu. New government member. The only option available, and they say Yabeko IMF. And yes, almost as it but can we, as a country, Ghana, you beat me maintain Yana. And can you feel more a reduce external oversight. External oversight don't have less dependent on IMF conditionalities. Enhance national credibility. Investor confidence. So at least these people are capable now. They are able. Papa. But like I said, Kadna, we have demonstrated as a country, say on our own, yen to mean just a IMF boom. Now, or set stringent conditions, my say yen follow. Say yes, dear, yen to mean yet. And we are, few more was the few assurance and no one here. A dear nature say indeed we can on our own operate with that IMF.
Assurance is that Aban Papa Abba Tobato to Nema Papa Ama we the Yankubu.
And Nema Papa no way. Omoma young is it announce yes it and that kind of things that would have to acquire more. Ebe make sure say you won't go back to IMF no. My young no. I say my assurance. Oh my assurance.
The minister Koke can assurance enough amount.
Kadna say ministers of my bedroom in Naka be busy. Oh, my boy. Yeah, any corner we are out of the woods and ya be brave. But at the end of the day, we still go back to IMF. All these nice ones, the Brofo will come, but at the end of the day, we still return to IMF. For 17 times we have been to IMF. And in this all 17 times, we have not been able to operate independently after our exit. what will make this time around different? Then a bit, Mama, we are that's wrong. I'm okay, this is us. You have now said you need PPI because maybe experience I work at literature, I read a 17, nothing convinces me sitting here say Ghana as a country can do with that IMF. She knew will be better. Me mediadi. Just say see they are fine. And see they are and then since so it won't happen from 1966 to now. BC. When will that happen? It can happen. And yes, but more modern the fiscal stability, the nano minister Kokai the budget. Now Wontumi say yes, you will see some signs of prudence. Yes, and signs of but the point is that a program be the say. They get it. That's the name of a program. Equity say. You are canning enough of fair no can you can budget munina. I think that give you hope. So you better that's where now as it now you are recapitalizing, you are doing this consistency of what we are saying. Anyhow. And that is what is giving me the impression or reinforcing my thinking, say yen to me and yet with that IMF. We can't do it with the IMF because we are not doing anything extraordinary. We are not doing anything extraordinary as a country. We are not adding value to yet locally. When it comes to our Greek, sideline to we no policy direction as to how we can add value to a more number nine. You to try really and wele uko trade ya na mami wele but we are now a cotton belt so a leather belt I say elsewhere omu use we na die and chini ye we see no we are wasting almost every natural resources and nankopon dia che and you focus akoye good cocoa as if that is the only thing we have timber yeah nyane hwe tia na manfa better timber rose road umudi ko no mako add value to no umudi atan bre no ma beton na boarding wo ha na manfo every to for me to see a bit me afi sa situation we mo no kadna we would need to import technology. We must be deliberate about technology importation rather than going for these loans and what have you. How to add value to and near my one woman near produce or her a beboya may grow your economy, a beboya may maintain sika or her. Yen one a man for Sufia man no beton yaman if you are and no any victim my sustain economic stability. Now ya limit and ya reduce your dependence on the IMF. Until deliberate policies are put together, are rolled out to make sure, say, you as a country, you're solid on the ground. Gardner, we will go and come back again. And this discussion will return to this table. Say, yes, I call IMF view. And they will come and give us reasons, convincing reasons
why we have to go again.
Why we have to go to IMF. Remember, country, let's wait after 2028 election. There will be 1,001 reasons why Ghana must return to IMF. Or my catcher say, I'm call IMF, yen to mean to teacher for we can't pay nurses. As if say you call IMF, you to meet you. As if say you call IMF, we are able to take care of all these petty challenges at your. You know, it is a politician attitude. So, Beba no abe kind nice or call no nyap numbers or parliament or the bayan or the baby. But yet, Timam must be interested in demanding accountability, in holding our leaders accountable and responsible. I say, sika ye kwaji from IMF obisa then the timidi aye. Edituaka. Edituaka consumption, the tua and just you mean yeshe as all mine. You will crude oil, abeye bed in a maye. You will cocoa and then cocoa for situation. A kitiano and cosa necessary. Akoye as a nyan coupon dear shira and in abe no mean amayu.
There's a sanky a
didi no abeye no mean amaya ye gold dear say you in sassy and the coso saying in a seco. No proper plan, no scientific research. There's a policy via is not backed by data. Say you wait me there, you way na why as all mine. Inti a matter try and error. The trans ni shia ni as in kunkunu asia and a baby na politicians are twogum. Oh, ye be ye nothing at the end of the day. 0 can 1. 0 intimidatory and yet basically. And for me, as Charles McCarthy sitting in your studio here, Ubisa me say, IMF yes fee. Make say yes, a 2-way but my training tia Nintia baby fee say question is here answer and say can we maintain a bit so yes, can Ghana maintain physical discipline without the IMF watching over our shoulders and me answer me see that be into me because for 17 times we have demonstrated say we are not capable. We can't work without supervision. Unze nipa nebi osa ontimi nye duma say oni supervisor say supervisor gina no betumi aye. That is Ghana for you. Ghana cannot do anything monetary, anything physical